Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting edition of HR Mentorship Learning Series. Tonight, we'll be looking at a very interesting and timely topic, 2024 challenges and opportunities for the HR professional. Of course, how to navigate them successfully. And leading us in tonight's conversation is someone who has earned his name in the industry. And by industry, I mean HR industry. He's a veteran by all ramifications. And I'm not going to read his profile tonight. You know, sometimes you don't need to read Dangote's profile. Just say I present to you Aliko Dangote. That is the kind of status Victor Adebayo has earned. But just in case one or two people may still be wondering, I'll just mention a few places he has worked. For example, he was once the Director, Human Resources Administration, Security, Safety, etc., with the dynamic organization called Airtel, among others. But very importantly tonight is the founder of Diversity Talent Management Limited, and that's the anchor I will, use to introduce him tonight. It has been a privilege and pleasure knowing him. Some people don't know that we go way back. We go way back, and it has been a privilege. Some people think when they become successful, they will start doing some things. Victor has been doing everything he's doing today from way back. The only difference is the scale and magnitude. And my friend and brother, I must say, is a privilege. I don't take this for granted. And I'd like to hand over to you straight away. Welcome, my brother. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And good evening, everyone. If you're on this side of the planet called Earth, I don't know if anybody is going to be joining us from outside of the continent of Africa. So it might be good morning or good afternoon, whichever one is applicable where you are, or maybe you are watching the recorded version later on. So I want to say good day to you. I hope that captures everything. It's going to be a very exciting session for us this evening. I mean, I've been racking my head all day, trying to ensure that this session is going to be a very, very useful one for HR professionals. There's one thing I always envy. Time is life, time is money. And so if you're going to be spending your time here, it had better been worthwhile. And so, trust me, I'm going to shock you with some things. I'm somebody who is never scared of, calling a spade, calling it what it really is. But I'm going to be touching on a number of very touchy issues, today. So starting on quickly, 2024 challenges and opportunities for the human resources professional. How then do you navigate all of them? If you're someone familiar with some of the series that I've led in time past, I always say there's no successful human resources professional who does not understand the business of his business. Meaning, if you don't understand how your organization makes money, you have no business leading the organization's people towards the accomplishment of its goals. And I've also emphasized the fact that human resources is not people activism in the workplace. Human resources is not management's puppet in the workplace. Human resources are business enablers. And how do we enable the business? By ensuring that the people needs meet the management's expectation towards the growth of the business. And as the business grows, both sides of the divide or both sides of the same coin, if I will put it better, would also flourish and grow. And so for us to talk about 2024, for those of you who your organizations, maybe they do not invest in strategy sessions and all of that, I'm going to do a mini strategy session for you. So get your notepads out. And as you write down, I'll send you my invoice later on. All right, so let's go into it. We want to understand the 2024 landscape. Pestle analysis. I'm not going to be doing SWOT analysis here because there's no way I would know your businesses. So I might not be able to speak to that. But pestle analysis is something that crosses across all industries, or cuts across all industries, pardon me, and then it's applicable everywhere. So pestle analysis, the first word or the first alphabet in the pestle analysis is P. And P is standing for what? Political. If you're someone who has been following trends, you will know that the political landscape globally, I don't want you to think it's only in Nigeria, globally is highly unstable. If you've been following the news in the United States, I mean, the whole migrant stories or the whole, make America great again. You are giving up all of our people to people. Oh, the law in Alabama says you don't need to identify yourself to vote. So an illegal immigrant can just show up and then thumbprint and it's going to be counted. Oh, these guys are allowing all of these people in so that they can just have all those illegal aliens vote for them. So many topics, and that cuts across every part of the globe. We're talking migrant workers. Let's bring it home. We're talking ethnicity. We're talking about other diversity and inclusion initiatives or equity and inclusion initiatives led by human resources. And they have turned violently political across the world. And so you begin to see that. And in our environment, the never-ending fight between expatriate workers and local workers. 2024 for you as an HR professional. Oh, dollar has gone up, FX, price of crude oil has gone up. Oh, my expatriate's income is protected because they earn in USD. The rest of us, our purchasing power has dropped because we earn in Naira. What is going to happen to us? And that takes us into the economics. All countries around the world have seen various protests about wage. I mean, the UK was in the news for so long with several of their work groups protesting and going on strike because they wanted wage increase, because of the issues of rising cost of living. In fact, in Nigeria now, we joke about the fact that our take-home pay cannot take us home. And true to it, our salary that used to buy 200 blocks, with which we are building our small house, is now only buying 20 blocks. The Lord is our shepherd now. Inflation rates, the overall purchasing power of the average income earner has dropped. And all of these with the dwindling fortunes of various supposedly world economic powers. So people are really, really struggling to be able to see what they can get. The social. The rising wave of nationalists over diversity enthusiasts has rocked communities. And we cannot pretend that even in our workplaces, people have hid under diversity to champion the cause of their ethnic groups. Yeah, I'm somebody like that. I'm never afraid to cut controversies. We can begin to mention organizations even right here, right now, that, oh, this organization, once you mention it, it is this ethnic group. Once you mention that organization, it is that ethnic group. Once you mention this other organization, it is this ethnic group. All of those things are beginning to come up, and they are showing face. The migration story also comes in handy here, where seemingly comfortable technocrats migrate from one region to another. What are they looking for? They want to earn more. They want to flee insecurity in the land. They want to provide a better future and chance for their children and many more. And, the migration is not just happening from Nigeria to the UK, to Canada, or to the US. It's actually happening across every continent. People are leaving the UK into Germany to go and work. People are moving from one country, one region to the other. And our dearly beloved state, Lagos State, is swelling in population by the day. In fact, I was surprised when one of our colleagues put up something on his status. He said the average number of cars per kilometer of road is about 11. But Lagos State has about 675. I was wowed. I'm like, no wonder our roads cannot last. No wonder traffic will never end in Lagos. Because what? People are moving. They also want to provide a better chance for their children and many more. But all these guys who are moving work for you and I. They work in our respective countries. all the complaints about rising cost of living, every single HR professional. In fact, you as an HR professional, you know something? We usually can't talk about our own salaries because they will say, oh, is it because you have the benefit of seeing the salaries of everybody that you think you are being underpaid? But when people come to meet you, you are gingering them behind. Tell them, oh, we need more money, tell them.